Embracing life after 65, the 9 things I no longer do. Reaching 65 is a pivotal moment in life. In the United States, it often marks the traditional age of retirement, symbolizing a new phase where priorities shift from career building and financial security to self-care, reflection, and spending time with loved ones. For many, this age ushers in a reassessment of values and a willingness to let go of things that no longer serve us. It's not just about stepping back from work, but about adopting a more mindful and intentional approach to life. For me, this milestone has been a time to rethink how I live, what I value, and how I want to spend my remaining years. It's not that life suddenly changes overnight, but 65 has been a natural point of reflection, a moment to let go of unnecessary pressures, obligations, and habits that no longer align with the person I've become. Below are the 9 key things I've consciously chosen to stop doing after 65 and how these decisions have led to a richer, more fulfilling existence.
1. No longer working full-time. For much of my life, work was central to my identity. Like many people, I spent decades working hard to build a career, provide for my family, and secure financial stability. Full-time work consumed the majority of my time, energy, and focus. It brought both satisfaction and stress. After reaching 65, I made the conscious decision to step away from full-time employment, a decision that has transformed the way I view productivity, time, and purpose. The most significant change is the freedom I've gained. No longer bound by a strict work schedule, I've discovered how to fill my days with activities that bring me joy and fulfillment. I can now wake up each day with a sense of possibility rather than a sense of obligation. Whether it's spending more time with my family, pursuing personal projects, or simply enjoying a slow morning without the rush of an alarm clock, my life has taken on a new rhythm, one that is dictated by my desires rather than external pressures. Of course, work doesn't entirely disappear for everyone at 65. Many retirees continue working in some capacity, whether through part-time roles, consulting, or passion projects. For me, this has meant focusing on activities that align with my interests rather than financial necessity. I've taken on volunteering roles, mentoring younger professionals, and engaging in creative pursuits that I never had time for during my full-time working years. In this way, I'm able to remain active and engaged while still enjoying the flexibility that retirement offers. Letting go of full-time work has also allowed me to reimagine what success means. In my career-driven years, success was often measured by promotions, salary increases, and professional recognition. Now, success is defined by the quality of my relationships, my personal growth, and my ability to live authentically. This shift in perspective has been profoundly liberating, allowing me to focus on what truly matters. 2. Letting go of financial worry. Throughout much of my adult life, financial concerns were a constant source of stress. I spent years planning for the future, saving for retirement, managing expenses, and ensuring that my family would be financially secure. The pressure to save enough for the later years often overshadowed my ability to enjoy the present moment. Now, after 65, I've finally reached a point where financial worry no longer dominates my thoughts. This shift didn't happen overnight. It's the result of careful planning and decades of prudent financial management. I spent years contributing to retirement funds, living within my means, and making smart investment decisions. As a result, I now have the peace of mind that comes from knowing I've prepared for the future. Social security, pensions, and personal savings provide the financial foundation I need to enjoy my retirement without constantly worrying about money. That said, financial management remains important. I still keep a close eye on my budget and ensure that my spending aligns with my financial goals. But the difference now is that I approach money with a sense of calm rather than anxiety. I no longer obsess over every expense or fear the possibility of financial ruin. Instead, I focus on using my resources wisely
investing in experiences that bring joy, and ensuring that I have enough to live comfortably as I age. Letting go of financial worry has allowed me to live more fully in the present. I no longer feel the need to hoard money for an uncertain future or sacrifice today's happiness for tomorrow's security. I can enjoy the fruits of my labor, knowing that I've done everything possible to ensure a stable financial future. This sense of security has allowed me to shift my focus from accumulation to enjoyment, whether it's traveling with my family, pursuing hobbies, or simply taking pleasure in everyday moments.
3. No more saying yes to every social invitation. In the earlier stages of life, there's often a pressure to be socially active, to attend every event, party, or gathering, and to maintain an active social calendar. I, like many others, felt this pressure acutely. Whether it was attending work related functions, community events, or even family gatherings, I rarely said no. The fear of missing out or disappointing others often drove me to overcommit, leaving me exhausted and spread too thin. At 65, I've learned the value of being more selective with my time and energy. I no longer feel the need to say yes to every social invitation. Instead, I prioritize the relationships and activities that bring meaning and joy into my life. My social life is now centered around quality rather than quantity. Rather than attending every event, I focus on spending time with the people who truly matter: my close family, long term friends, and those who share my values and interests. This change has been incredibly freeing. By letting go of the need to please others or maintain a busy social calendar, I've created more space for the things that nourish my soul. I've learned to appreciate solitude and the quiet moments that were often missing in my earlier years. Whether it's a peaceful afternoon spent reading, a quiet walk in nature, or a relaxed dinner with loved ones, I now find joy in simplicity. Learning to say no has also strengthened my relationships. By focusing on the people who matter most, I've been able to cultivate deeper, more meaningful connections. I no longer feel the pressure to maintain superficial friendships or attend events out of obligation. Instead, I choose to invest my time and energy in the relationships that truly enrich my life.
4. Ignoring my health is no longer an option. In my younger years, I often took my health for granted. Between the demands of work, family, and everyday life, it was easy to overlook my physical and mental well being. Long hours at the office, poor dietary habits, and inconsistent exercise routines were part of my lifestyle. At the time, I assumed my body could handle the strain without consequence. Now, at 65, I've come to realize that my health is my most valuable asset, and ignoring it is no longer an option. This realization has led me to make significant changes in the way I approach both physical and mental health. I've incorporated regular exercise into my daily routine, focusing on activities that promote longevity and mobility. Whether it's walking, swimming, or practicing yoga, staying active is no longer a chore, but a gift I give myself each day. Exercise not only keeps me physically fit, but it also improves my mental clarity, mood, and overall well being. In addition to physical activity, I've made a conscious effort to eat better. I pay closer attention to the foods I consume, focusing on a balanced diet that supports my aging body. I've reduced processed foods and added more whole, nutrient rich options to my meals. While I still enjoy the occasional indulgence, I now understand that what I eat directly affects how I feel, both physically and mentally. Mental health has also become a top priority. After years of living in high stress environments, I've learned the importance of managing stress and practicing mindfulness. I've adopted meditation and relaxation techniques to help me stay grounded and present, whether it's through daily meditation, spending time in nature, or simply engaging in activities that bring me peace. I actively seek ways to reduce stress and maintain emotional balance. 5. No more putting off personal dreams. As I look back on my life, I realized that there were many personal dreams I put on hold, whether it was because of work, financial concerns, or family responsibilities. I often postponed the things I truly wanted to do.
I told myself there would always be time later. Someday I'd take that trip, pursue that hobby, or start that new adventure. But at 65, I've come to understand that someday is now. One of the greatest gifts of reaching this age is the realization that time is finite. I no longer want to wait for the perfect moment to pursue my dreams, whether it's traveling to new places, learning new skills, or finally dedicating time to my creative passions. I'm determined to make the most of this chapter in my life. I've stopped putting off the things that bring me joy, and I'm actively embracing opportunities to explore and grow. For many people, travel becomes a central focus after 65. The freedom to explore new destinations without the constraints of a work schedule is liberating, whether it's a cross country road trip, a European adventure, or simply exploring hidden gems closer to home. Travel has become a way for me to expand my horizons and experience the world in a way I never could before. But personal dreams extend beyond travel. This is also the time for lifelong learning, whether it's taking up a new hobby, enrolling in a class, or simply dedicating more time to the things I've always loved. I'm now free to pursue my passions without the distractions of work or financial pressure. I no longer let fear of failure or lack of experience hold me back. Instead, I embrace the opportunity to grow and evolve, knowing that age is no barrier to new beginnings.
6. No longer worrying about aging. In a culture that often glorifies youth, it's easy to fall into the trap of worrying about aging. The physical changes that come with getting older, gray hair, wrinkles, and the inevitable decline in physical agility can be a source of anxiety for many. But at 65, I've chosen to let go of the fear of aging and instead embrace it as a natural and beautiful part of life's journey. Rather than focusing on the superficial aspects of aging, I've come to appreciate the wisdom, perspective, and resilience that come with each passing year. Aging has taught me to value experiences over appearances, to prioritize relationships over material possessions, and to find joy in the simple pleasures of life. I no longer see aging as something to be feared, but as a testament to the life I've lived and the lessons I've learned along the way. This shift in perspective has allowed me to approach aging with grace and acceptance. I no longer strive to look younger or fit into society's expectations of what it means to age. Instead, I focus on maintaining my health, nurturing my relationships, and finding purpose in this new phase of life. I've come to understand that aging is not a decline, but a continuation of growth, a time to reflect on the past, live fully in the present, and look forward to the future with hope and curiosity. 7. Letting go of the need to prove myself. For much of my life, I felt the need to prove myself, to demonstrate my competence, my worth, and my success to others. This drive for validation often led me to push myself harder than necessary, sacrificing personal happiness and well being in the process. Whether it was in my career, my social circles, or even within my family, I was constantly striving to meet the expectations of others. At 65, I've realized that I no longer need to prove anything to anyone. I've lived a full life, filled with accomplishments, challenges, and growth. I'm proud of who I am and what I've achieved. But I no longer feel the need to seek external validation. My worth is not determined by the opinions or approval of others. It comes from within. This realization has been incredibly freeing. I've let go of the pressure to meet societal expectations or to measure my success by material achievements. Instead, I focus on living authentically, making choices that align with my values, and finding fulfillment in the things that truly matter. By letting go of the need to prove myself, I've discovered a sense of inner peace and contentment that I never knew was possible. 8. Avoiding unnecessary expenses. In my younger years, I often found myself caught up in the cycle of consumption, whether it was buying the latest gadgets, updating my wardrobe, or spending on luxury items. I sometimes felt the need to keep up with societal expectations and indulge in material possessions. But after 65, I've become much more intentional about how I spend my money. I no longer feel the need to accumulate possessions or engage in unnecessary spending. Instead, I focus on living simply and mindfully, prioritizing experiences and relationships over material goods. My spending now reflects my values and priorities. I invest in things that bring me joy, whether it's traveling with loved ones, supporting causes I care about, or simply enjoying life's simple pleasures. Financial security remains important, especially when considering healthcare and long term care needs in the future. By avoiding unnecessary expenses, I'm able to maintain a more sustainable financial lifestyle, ensuring that I have the resources to take care of myself and my family as I age. This shift in spending has allowed me to focus on what truly matters. I no longer feel the pressure to keep up with trends or to impress others with material possessions. Instead, I find joy in living more intentionally, appreciating the things I have, and focusing on the experiences and relationships that enrich my life.
9. No longer trying to keep up with every new technology. In today's fast paced world, technology is constantly evolving. In my younger years, I often felt the pressure to stay on top of every new technological advancement, whether it was the latest smartphone, social media platform, or software update. But now, at 65, I've come to realize that not every technological innovation is necessary for my life. I no longer feel the need to keep up with every new gadget or app. Instead, I focus on using technology in a way that enhances my life without overwhelming it. Whether it's using video calls to stay connected with family, learning how to navigate apps that make daily tasks easier, or simply enjoying the convenience of digital tools, I embrace technology on my terms. This approach has allowed me to strike a balance between staying connected and avoiding the stress of constantly adapting to new technology. I use the tools that serve me well, but no longer feel the pressure to keep up with every trend. This has brought a sense of peace and simplicity to my life, allowing me to focus on what truly matters. Conclusion. Turning 65 has been a profound and transformative experience, one that has prompted me to reevaluate my priorities and let go of behaviors that no longer serve me. By making these 9 changes, I've found greater peace, purpose, and joy in this new chapter of life. Aging is not something to be feared, but embraced. It offers the opportunity to live more authentically, to focus on what truly matters, and to find meaning in the relationships, experiences, and passions that enrich our lives. These years are not about slowing down or giving up, but about living with intention. They are a time to reflect on the past, savor the present, and look forward to the future with hope and curiosity. By letting go of the unnecessary, I've been able to embrace the beauty of life after 65. A life filled with health, happiness, and the people and passions that bring meaning and fulfillment. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you find these stories inspiring and motivating, please comment 1. If not, comment 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time.